Hello students, welcome to this new lecture of the study circle. So today in this video we will discuss about few important MCQs of the chapter number 2, that is lesson number 2, periodic classification of the elements. So this is the important one lesson from the exam perspective. So if you may have seen the paper pattern of the board, so there are 10 important questions which are necessary to obtain the 10 marks. So out of that questions, the 5 marks will be allotted to your fill in the blanks, that is the four options will be there for this type of questions. So these questions are about to give you the 10 marks, so you have to write correct answer of these questions. So let's start the session. So if you see the first question, the question is the number of electrons in the outermost shell of alkali metals is, so you have given the option A, that is 1, option B 2, option C 3, and option D is 7. So its correct option is option number A, that is 1. So the number of electrons in the outermost shell of the alkali metal is 1, that is option number A. Now we will discuss the second one question. So second one question is alkaline earth metals have valency 2. This means that their position in the modern periodic table is in ... So options are group 2, group 16, period 2, and the D block. So it's, as you can see, the element having electrons are there in the outermost shell, that is valence electrons are 2. So as the valence electrons are 2, so it must have to belongs the group number 2, that is group 2. So this is the answer, that is option number A. Now we will see the third question. So the molecular formula of the chloride of an element X is XCl. This compound is solid having high melting point. Which of the following element be present in the same group as X? So if you see the questions, so this is the larger one question, lengthy question. So this type of lengthy questions you have to read very carefully. So here the X is the absent molecule or the atom you can see. Now if you see the questions, there is the mention of the reference of the melting point. So the melting point is the point at which, beyond which the element becomes to melt or it started to melt, that is the melting point of the substance. Now which of the following elements be present in the same group X? So the options are sodium, magnesium, aluminum, and the silicon. So if you see the melting point of the sodium, it is about 98 degrees Celsius, and if you consider the melting point of the magnesium, so it is 650 degrees Celsius, and it's, if you think about the aluminium, so it is about 660 to 680 degrees Celsius, and that of the silicon is 600 degrees Celsius. So if you check here or observe, you will get the lowest melting point is of the sodium metal. So the answer is option number A, sodium. So X may be replaced by the sodium, which will form NaCl. So option number A is the answer. Now we will discuss the question number 4. In which block of the modern periodic table are the non-metals found? So if you think about the S block, so there is no non-metals. And if you think about the P block, so there are the non-metals. So you must have to click in your mind that there is the P block which is consisting of the non-metals. So answer is option number B, that is the P block. Now we will discuss the question number 5. Which of the following triad does not follow Dobereiner's law of triad? So students, for the clearance of this question, you just need to understand what is mean by Dobereiner's triad. So Dobereiner is the scientist who has made the group of the 3 elements. He arranged the group of the 3 elements in such a way that according to the similar chemical properties, he arranged the elements which are having similar chemical properties, and this is called as a Dobereiner's triad. And he has arranged that 3 elements in increasing order of the atomic masses. And if you see the atomic mass of the middle one element is equal to the sum of the atomic masses or the mean of the atomic masses of the two elements which are either side of that middle element. So this is the Doberanus triad. So the question is, which of the following given three elements does not obey the Doberanus triad? Okay. Now if you see the first option, that is lithium, sodium, potassium, so these obeys the Doberanus triad. And if you see the second option, that is calcium, strontium and the barium, so these also obeys the Doberanus law of triad. And if you see the third one option, that is beryllium, manganese and the calcium, so these also obeys the Doberanus triad. So if you think about the option number D, that is the copper, silver and gold, so if you think it's a property, these elements do not obey the Doberanus triad, so your answer will be option number D, which will not follow the Doberanus law of triad. Now we will see the question number 6, that is during Newland's time ... elements were known. So in the textbook clearly it is given that only 56 elements were known at the time of Newland's. Now the question number 7 is, the law of octave was given by Newland's. No doubt the law of octave was given by the scientist Newland's. Now the question number 8 is, Eka-boron was subsequently named as. If you think the options, so it is nothing but the scandium. So the Eka-boron was named as scandium, so option number C is the correct option. Now we will see the question number 9. Halogen belongs to group in the modern periodic table. So the options are option number A 15, option number B 16, option number C 17 and the option number D is 18. So the correct option is option number C, that is 17, that the halogen groups or the halogen elements belongs to the group 17. Now the 10th number question is, noble gases belongs to group ... in the modern periodic table. So if you think about the noble gases, so they belongs to the group 18. So noble gases means, students, so those gases which do not react or do not chemically reacted with any other elements, those are called as the noble gases or the noble elements, which belongs to the group 18. Now the last question is, the halogen which is liquid at the room temperature. Now if you this type of question may ask you in the exam, students, so the correct option is option number C, that is the bromine. Halogen which is at the room temperature, liquid, in the liquid form, it is bromine. So here we have covered all the questions which are important from the modern periodic table, that is periodic classification of the elements.